Yo, what's up, my people? Good evening on this Tuesday, this chilly, should I say, brick night. Some of y'all, it might be warm where y'all at, but a good evening to y'all. Hope is well. Peace to everybody. Welcome back to the No Duck Zone podcast. I hope everybody that's been out moving around or welcome for the first time. Anybody that's out moving around, I hope everybody is continuing to get to where they gotta go safe. I know for some of y'all traveling never ends. For some of you guys, you've been at work all day. So praying for better days and hoping everybody gets to where they gotta go safe. On this Tuesday, going out to drink. Don't do too much tonight. Uh, it is Tuesday. Sometimes they have happy hours and all that. Y'all be safe out there, man. If you know damn well you too messed up to drive, man, please either have somebody drive for you or you might not want to take your car out tonight. Please don't hurt anybody else because of your selfishness. We all want to make sure we all make it back home safe, so let's all do that. All right. What's up, y'all? We back. About to get it back into that boxing talk. It's a mean week this week, but we're not really on this week. I mean, we've been on it. We're going to continue it, but today is something a little interesting that I read, that I'm sure some of us read. Keyshawn Davis teaming up, or I guess having Jay Prince as his manager. What do you guys think about it? And does this hurt his career? What does it do for his career? So we're gonna get into it. Let's just talk small talk, right? Small talk for this. So I want to say also too, I just checked my subscribers, 800. Thank y'all so much because this is not easy. So I appreciate y'all, and I know sometimes subscribers are gonna go up, they're gonna go down, because sometimes people just do it for whatever. Some people might subscribe and think they know what your show is about. Then when they find out it's not, they're unsubscribed. It happens. It goes up and down, up and down. It's just a part of the business, man. But I appreciate everybody who's helped me get to the 800. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all to death for it. Thank you for everybody. So welcome back, everybody, to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Prize, I see you. What up? What up, Prize? Prize, you got a little time? You want to come up here and rock with me? Or you busy? Tay, what up? What up, y'all? What's poppin'? This light is like, oh, that's why I didn't have it all the way up. I'm like, it's dark as shit. What's going on? Josh Sanders, what's up? How y'all feeling? Did I read everybody coming in? Yo, I know, Tay. I just said it, man. I know it's brick out there. I gotta find out tomorrow and all the rest of this week and next week. This weather gonna be doing the 360. I know for sure it's gonna be doing the 360. I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna definitely be out there. That's why I can't wait till the summer come. Y'all don't know. I don't be caring about the winter like that. When it start getting around May, I get happy as hell. Matter of fact, sometime when April get here, because sometimes the weather's nice in April. It depends. But between April and May, the weather's like up and down. But when we get close to May, I get happy as hell. Because I already know we 1 month away from the summer, 2 months from the cookout. Man, I'm hoping this whole shit. I'm not rushing it though, because I'm going to try to enjoy 2026 as much as I can. So, So we got Keyshawn Davis. Looks like he's going to be making his return or working on it, but he's went to team up with Jay Prince. I don't hear too many people speaking about it, and not saying I'll be the first one to do it. Some people don't care. It's funny because as soon as you do something, people could easily forget about you. I'm drinking tea, y'all. Ain't it crazy? Because I usually don't drink it at night, but I'm trying to make sure I'm Gucci because I was feeling a little funny earlier. But I'm all right. Um, Now, the chances of y'all thinking y'all was ever going to get a Shakur versus Keyshawn was even if that was a even if that was a possibility, not going to happen, right? And not to say if he didn't go with Jay Prince, it would have happened. We don't know what have happened. Probably because as you can see, Keyshawn will not be coming back at 35. He'll be coming back at 40, and we all see what Shakur's doing. So now that's not a possibility. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. The question is, what does it do for him? My brother D Free, I wish he was up here now. He said, well, you seen what kind of fights Floyd Mayweather got when he was with Jay Prince. And it's funny because I never really knew about Jay Prince back then. When I started seeing the videos now with him in it, I'm like, okay, I had to realize Jay Prince been around for some time now. But what opportunities will present itself with Jay Prince? I don't know. Top Rank is quiet right now. You know, some people are free agents with Top Rank. Some people are still with him. Some people don't branched off and went other directions. So I don't know exactly, but you know, we're so used to seeing Keyshawn Davis too at the end of the year. We used to seeing him fight, you know, and this year seems to be a little different because of the incident that happened in June with him and Old Boy, which he's calling him out. So I guess they're trying to make something happen. I think Old Boy is at 35, so maybe Keyshawn, maybe I don't know if he's trying to come back to that. I'm not sure, but he wants, and that's crazy because I'm Facebook friends with Old Boy too. So at some point, it seems like 2026 is going to be a very interesting year. Um, it was put up today. I want to make sure that I'm not overdoing it neither, but it was put up today that Shakur Stevenson and Tiafimo, I had posted that, but I'm gonna get into that another time. Talk about it now. By the time the 31st get here, is you know what I mean? Not much to talk about. Should be a press conference going for that too soon. So be on the lookout. But when I look at it, this could be a great move for Keyshawn. Don't ask me what do I expect to see him. I expect to see him fight. Who do I expect to see him fight? Besides old boy that he calling out, that he got a seems to have a personal issue with. Keyshawn comes at 40. It's a lot of talent at 40. Now, when you think about 40, you think about Shakur, right? I believe Shakur just had his last fight at 35 with Cepeda. So him fighting Tiafimo is 40. Frank Martin comes back at 40. It's a lot going on at 40. You have Richard Hitchens, um, Gary Antoine. I mean, there's a busload. Matias, who is fighting Smith, uh, January 10th at the Barclays. Tickets is out on sale for that, so make sure y'all get those. And whoever else I did mention at 40, it's a shitload of talent. Matter of fact, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Pitbull Cruz and Lamar Roach at 40? Is that at 40? Because last time I checked, I don't remember Pitbull going back to 35. I do remember Lamar being at 35 the last time before Tank, but I don't believe he is. So I believe he's at 40 now. So it's a shitload of people. Coach Hudson, what's going on, my good brother? There's a busload of people at 40. But the question is, Keyshawn Davis being with Jay Prince, what does this do? I'm not questioning him. I don't have an issue with it. It's not my business. I just like to get your point of view. What do you guys think about that? And if he's coming back at 40, like I said, there's a busload of talent at 40. Excuse me, y'all. Because, we'll always find something to have an issue with when it comes to the sport of boxing. A lot of us don't understand how business works. We don't understand sometimes why promoters do what they do, managers do what they do, or why fighters do what they do. And they have to do what's best for them. I think Jay Prince is going to push a fight between Keyshawn and Shakur. God damn it, Coach. I was not trying to go there. I was hoping I wasn't hoping, but I was thinking since he got over there with Jay Prince that kind of might have stopped it from happening. But you think he'll go on and make it happen, Coach? Yeah, Coach, I wish I had you up here. I don't put the links out because, all types of weirdos. If I had you on Instagram, I would have sent you the link. That's interesting. If he pushes that, that's bananas. Because, they do talk that we brothers, but brothers got to break bread with each other. If he just so happens to push that, that's crazy. Can y'all imagine that in 2026 after this? And what's so crazy? Did he get rid of him as his manager? Hey, I'm not even acting stupid. I know about him leaving Eddie, I think, having his last contract, whatever, with him. But did he leave him? I really don't even know this news. Because I thought he was still with Jay Prince because I just seen the amateur show. I seen the amateur show that they were supposed to be doing this month. And Shakur does an amateur show every year, and they were doing one in Texas, and they had Jay Prince's name stamped to it. I believe they were doing it in his gym. So I didn't hear anything about that. As far as him doing that would be crazy. Because the first thing I thought of, Coach, was okay, he's coming over to Jay Prince. Shit. Well, the chances of seeing Shakur versus Keyshawn, not to say it was gonna happen. Yeah, he left. Yeah, he left Eddie. Well, I don't want to say like he left Eddie. Like, yo, Eddie, I'm out. I don't know if he was because this fight between him and Teofimo, with Shakur and Teofimo, it has the zone stamp to it. So I'm trying to figure out what in God's name is going on with that. Did he resign? I don't know, but we're gonna get to the Shakur and Teo another time. I have no beef with this move, BBO. What's up? I have no beef with it. I'm just glad to see if Keyshawn's getting back in. I know Keyshawn made a big mistake. We all criticized him, including me, about doing what he do, knowing that how those people over there for that promotional company, those people over there in that promotional company that he was fighting for, knowing how they feel about us already. So, he had a moment. It was a bad moment. His child was around. Those folks could have got involved and his baby could have been, you know what I mean? it's a lot of ways that could have went down that it could have really destroyed him. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, Red. I'm good. I'm building. Hope everything is well with you. I'm glad he got past that. So now it looks like Keyshawn's trying to make his comeback, which is great. Keyshawn is going to get it. Good understanding of business. Yeah, he needs that. He needs that. Um, so some people will say, I don't like him being with Jay Prince. I have no beef with it. If he can guide him in the right direction, and he can help him get a bigger bag, better opponents, because like I said, 140, if Keyshawn decides to come back at 40 and not 35, the bag is there. The bag is there. I just gave y'all all the guys, well, not all the guys. I gave y'all the majority of the guys that's at 40, and they all big names. Frank Martin coming back at 40, Gary Antoine Russell, Matias. I mean, it's serious right now at 40. And this was going to make 2026 such an interesting year. But shit, if we could have saw Keyshawn versus Shakur, Jesus, VA versus Jersey, whoa, whoa, just imagine. And there's some people who's still going to want that. I would have loved to see it. That would have been. You would have had to make that the fight of the year, because I wouldn't even know who to give that to. Yeah, coach, that would be crazy. Keyshawn versus. Oh my God! You talk about people on the panel arguing, and you talk about people in the chat arguing. Oh my God! Oh my God! I would have loved to see it, but whoever we see him in there with being under Jay Prince, I have no issue with it. I'm ready for it. I'm glad to see Shakur get ready to go do his thing. I'm happy for both brothers. The question is, for some of y'all that might not know or don't get it, is this a great move for Keyshawn? Were you telling me, well, as far as manager in business and having better opportunities, I got no beef with it. I don't have no beef with Jay Prince. I don't know him personally. I never really heard about nobody too much complaining about him. And at 40, there's so much talent out there. CJ Rich, what's up, my brother? My West Coast brother, what up? Make sure y'all go subscribe to CJ Rich Boxing. And make sure you go subscribe to my brother, Coach Hudson. Coach Hudson, CJ Rich, please, will you bless the people with your channel? Me, I don't trip about dropping channels. I want everybody to get subbed to. So drop your channels, drop your links, please. And everybody make sure y'all go subscribe to them. And Jay Prince. Oh, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm sorry. I'm messing up. Okay, Coach, I just saying Jay Prince book of art, respect, he goes to detail the super fights he tried to make happen. Yeah. And people criticized him because then once he's trying to explain that, Coach, it's like, oh, you're making excuses. No, man, if I'm trying to make something and it don't happen, what you want me to do? I don't think people understand how hard it is to be a matchmaker, how hard it is to be a manager. Coach Hudson, when things don't happen the way people want it to happen, it's a lot of criticism that they got to deal with. I know, Hudson, but I want you to drop your link, man. I want people to be able to come over to subscribe to you. I appreciate you coming, but it will make me feel better. You know what I mean? I love to see people get subbed to, and let's help everybody build their channel. People don't understand, so When something don't happen the way we want it to happen, we get mad. And I always said this, that we're quick to call people either a duck, or we quick to say they don't know nothing about managing, they don't know nothing about being a promoter. I mean, even if that's true, whatever the case may be, they're in the business. They're gonna make the best. They're gonna make the best decisions that they have to make. Um, let's just be honest. As much as I would love to be somebody's manager, matchmaker, promoter, there's a lot of stuff that I have to learn to work on, because that's my next goal, is to do that. YouTube legend on the night. BBO, you stupid. BBO, drop your link too, you nutto. You nutso. That's my brother. Shout out to BBO, shout out to Mrs. BBO. I want to be able to move into that direction that these guys are. The matchmaking, the promoter, the manager. That takes a lot of work. That takes a lot of work, and try to make. Oh man, Tyson versus that Tyson versus Roy is. He got. I thought in 2003. I would probably say was it maybe right before he fought Antonio Tarver that first time? Because he did fight him in 2000. No, he fought John Luis. Fought John Luis, right? And right after that, I thought we were gonna get Tyson and Roy, and I'm over here like, oh, get Tyson and Roy. Jesus. It was? Was it after? Was it after? Well, it was one of those before. You think so, BBO? That would have been crazy though. Tyson and Roy would have been. I mean, by the time we got it, it was just like, come on, man. Both of these guys were in their 50s. You know, it was before Tarver, right? So it was John Luis, after John Luis. And I remember when they showed up at the award show, and I think Later Ali was up there with them. And I'm like, I'm thinking right then they was gonna announce the fight, and I'm sitting there looking like, okay, we about to get Roy versus Mike. This is gonna be crazy. This fight has Las Vegas written all over it, because I knew they wasn't gonna give it to us in New York. I knew for sure we wasn't gonna get it in New York. Ain't nowhere in God's name they was giving us that in New York. Tyson and Roy at the ranch in Texas the next day. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People will kill an opportunity. You got to watch your people around you, because they'll mess up an opportunity before the opportunity gets to present itself. So, what are we expecting? Seeing Keyshawn Davis being managed by Jay Prince. What are some of y'all expecting? I think it was supposed to be 2-fight deal, one in New York and the next one in the South. Well, you know what? I tell you what, if they would have came to Madison Square Garden for that would have sold out. And back then, I was into boxing, but I didn't know nothing about credentials. I didn't know nothing about being no media guy. I didn't know nothing about none of that. So, shit, that would have went crazy for me. Yeah, it would have been crazy. Why you say that, Josh? Do you mean robbed Josh far as money or in fights? Or was you talking about that? Was you talking about that? It's not a good move. He should have went to someone else. I don't like Keyshawn under Puerto Rican Shakur. Oh man. Oh, yo, Coach Hudson, talk to the BBO, man. This dude right here. All right, who y'all want to see him be managed by? Because Jay Prince has a rapid habit of robbing fighters of money fights, because they both. I mean, I don't know. I guess I got to do more homework on them, because I never really knew that part. Um, I guess I got to look more into him. I don't want to assume. I have to look into him because I want to be careful what I say. I don't want to be like, oh God, he's doing that. I'm just speaking for me. I don't know. I have to look more into his background as far as that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know because sometimes we know things that other people don't know. I don't know. I don't want to assume because I don't want nobody coming to whoop my ass. I come in peace. I have to look more into that though. I don't know. I like to look into things. I'll look into that, Josh. I'll look into that. I'll look into that. I really will. Yo, BVO, you got to get your joint back, man. I could have had you up here, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It would be best for all fighters to go with Al Heyman because they make. Um, Al Heyman. I mean, I don't want to say he's still not around and he's still not active, but I don't know, man. Um, that's a yeah. You know, yeah. He could. He could. I think it probably made sense because he had that relationship with Shakur, and I'm sure he was already cool with Jay Prince. I think he's been around, out there in Houston probably with them. So he already had that relationship, and maybe they sat and talked. He said, "Don't rob you, but if you try to, yeah, if you try to run off, yeah." I was looking at this. It's not a documentary, but it's this thing where they be talking about gangsters. I watched this joint called Wicked Streets TV. If y'all watch this joint called Wicked Streets TV, it talks about all the gangsters and all the people who's ever sold drugs and did murders or whatever. Wicked Streets TV, Jay Prince, they actually talked about Jay Prince on there. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Other thing is how many fighters you heard of broke fooling with Al Heyman. No, I never heard of no fighters being broke. The only person I know that was close to being broke or anybody who really was going through it was Adrian Broner, and they had to treat him like almost like a kid and was giving him allowance because they didn't want to give it to him all at one time. He's probably the only fighter I know from there that was probably having some issues. But a lot of people who went out Heyman, I never heard nobody complain. I never heard David Benavidez, never heard Danny Garcia, Deontay Wilder. It's a lot of them I can name that never had nothing negative to say. Hey, I told you they thank Al Heyman before they thank God. Broner had them boys on. Oh man, just the OJ is a wonderful man of God. I met him last year in Houston. That's mine. Yeah, I want to go there too. But yeah, so with Broner, it was a little different because man, he was owing. Yeah, Broner was doing a lot. You know, Broner was doing a lot. Could have been the greatest thing since sliced bread, man. I wish I could have still seen him in action now. But I think it makes sense in a way because maybe, like I said, he had a relationship with them already, and him being cool with, with him being cool with Shakur, I heard. She said, "Jazz the scrub of Dre." You stupid. Yeah, but so when I saw this and I saw the picture and then I seen the capture and I was like, okay, he's working with him. Because other than that, honestly, to be honest with y'all, if anybody wanted to pick them up, pick a fighter up and manage him, people would do it. Sometimes when people don't do it right then and there, sometimes people don't want to take a chance on you or they're not interested in you. So for Jay Prince to run to him, I'm not really mad at it because there's so many managers in this business, great managers, that can take you under their wing. And a lot of times it's not because they can't afford to do anything. Some people are just not interested. Why would I want to take him? Look at him. He ain't manageable. He out of control. He ghetto. He's a thug. He's a hoodlum. Project baby. So, with Jay Prince coming out of that, where we come from, and him going through what he been through, somebody that's actually on the streets and who got it from the mud, he sees potential in Keyshawn. And I'm not mad. I'm not excusing anything that, Keyshawn did, but taking a chance on him. Now, some people would say let him rot, but I'm like, no, I can't let him rot. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Josh. It kind of, people, and like I said, the people, the promotional company that he was fighting for, they already have a problem with people who look like us. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and it ain't no damn secret. I don't care because I ain't never got to do no business with them. Never did. But it's a known fact that they already have issues with people who look like us. Fighters, coaches, don't matter. So when that happened, it kind of gave them the right approach on, you see, this is what I'm talking about. This is how they act when things don't go their way. See? All you got to do is stand back and let them hang themselves. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it wasn't a good look, but he made a mistake. People make mistakes. But people see that and they go, I can't work with him. Yeah. And we already looked at it as people who can't control themselves. We looked at it as people who have bad tempers. You can't talk to us. We're an accident waiting to happen. That's how we're being looked at already in the world. But once again, no one's perfect. Because if you can keep letting drug cheats back into the sport of boxing, that possibly when they get in there, they can take another man out. Why can't we give him another opportunity and a chance? Okay, he didn't make weight. That's not making weight. I'll take a guy in boxing any day that can't make weight versus a guy who cheats. Yeah, yeah. So this could be something beautiful with him and Jay Prince. We see. Um, Hopefully it's great and it doesn't cause any conflicts. Because when we try to help each other out as brothers, as black men, sometimes that help is not always help. Sometimes people see an opportunity that they can make money off you, they can take advantage of you. They might not feel like you as smart as them. Not saying that's what he's doing, but in general, that's how we treat each other. We got this thing where we act like we're coming to help and we're not. We're coming to take advantage of the moment. So when I see this, I go, okay. And it's sad because we're so used to tearing each other down. It's damn near like a tradition. It's crazy. It's messed up to look at it like that, but that's almost what it's like. So now, if you don't take the help of somebody who looks like you, what's wrong with him? If I was white, if he was Jewish, if he was from the UK, you would have took his help. Well, I don't want to get jerked at all, but I'm damn sure I ain't supposed to get jerked by nobody that calls theyself a brother. Because y'all will go complain about what the white man doing or any other man doing. So, and color shouldn't matter because I want help from anybody. I don't care what your color is, right? That don't matter. But don't complain. This is why it's important for us to stick together. You know, we're watching a parade go by while everybody else is getting what they want. So I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all in 2026, let's make sure we stick together. I've been telling y'all that shit from 3 years ago, and nobody's getting it. I'm glad to see Keyshawn back in. I'm hoping everything works out. And let's see him back in. I just want to see him back in. I mean, he didn't do anything that it put anybody in the hospital. Yeah, things got ugly and his son was there, and thank God he wasn't hurt because he was a little guy that don't know what's going on. Don't even know that his daddy's getting into an altercation. But we can't hold that against him. Yeah, it was stupid. I'm sure he learned from it. Now he's back in. He with Prince. We're gonna get it going. Appreciate y'all. Y'all smash my like button. And thank all of y'all once again for getting me to 800. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. But I'm excited. I'm excited when I hear stuff like this. Y'all remember this, right? Just remember, whenever a fighter's not being, if a manager doesn't pick up a fighter and say, I'm interested, or he doesn't get up to go sign them, a lot of times the fighters are, a lot of times the managers, 9 times out of 10, the managers are not interested. And sometimes a fighter can have their preference of who they might want to go to. But if the fighter goes to him and that manager doesn't want to have nothing to do with that fighter for whatever reason, I can't get you what you're asking for, or you can't be worked with, you're too hard-headed, too hot-headed, then that manager will have a right to say, I don't want to deal with him. Because once a person manages you, they believe in you. They put their trust in you as if you will put your trust in them to do right by you. But if you're out here just being reckless and it's a turn off and nobody wants to deal with you, you pretty much on your own, buddy. And that's where you want to be careful. I always say it, protect your peace, space, and your surroundings. That goes not just for boxing, but it goes for the world. You have to do those 3 things in order to survive and make it. Don't y'all forget the holidays is coming. Get your No Doug Zone mugs, man. Get your mugs. Thanksgiving, Christmas, order your mugs. I'm telling you. You don't drink coffee or tea, it don't matter. Pour alcohol on it, but order your mugs. Website coming soon too. So, what happened on 39? Should have been 44 minutes. No, 39 minutes. No, that's right. The time is right. Okay. I'm tripping. All right. By 7:05, if I can make it, I'll get off here. There's a couple of things I'm going to address anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. But this is a great move. I like it. More power to Keyshawn Davis. I'm sure Jay Prince will do right by him. Hopefully everything will work out. But you guys, 9 times out of 10, will not get that Keyshawn Davis versus Shakur. You know, not to say it was going to happen, but there was some hope when we see them do that face-off in that video that it would have happened. Who knows? These guys are still young. They're still in their prime. We don't know exactly what the future holds for either one, but we'll have to put our seatbelt on, sit back, and see how this will play out. But shout outs to Keyshawn Davis, man. Um, Shout outs to everybody out there that's positioning themselves to be in a big fight. As y'all can see, what we got going on this week is major, it's super major. And I'm happy for it. And I'm hoping in the new year we get amazing fights, some more amazing fights. Smash that like button, y'all. So, when I always speak like this, I always try to get y'all to understand that, a lot of this shit in the boxing, it don't work how we think it works. Because, sometimes our minds go off the deep end and we try to assume, and the assuming is not going to get you to understand the business of boxing. But learning it, making phone calls, maybe reading up on things could get you a clear understanding of how the sport of boxing works. Because, like I said, the powers that be always got a way of reminding you who's in charge. Like I always say, well, what do you mean by that? Which means is that when you think something is going to happen, or you push it for something, you might be pushing for it, but the powers that be go, nah, I mean, that sound good, but it don't make any sense, and nobody's going to put no money into that. But this is what's going to happen. This man's going to fight this man, and rather if the fans want to see it or not, that's what's going down. So that's what I mean when I say the powers that be in boxing have a way of reminding you who's in charge. We're not in charge, but as content creators, we do have a responsibility to speak our mind, but also speak the truth and try to make it make sense. And if we're not doing that, then we're just up here talking for nothing. We're just talking, hoping that when we get off, we got enough views to make us go to bed and sleep well. And we just can't do that. That is not gonna. That's not gonna get us anywhere. So when I see this, I don't have an issue with it. I don't. You know, I can't tell a man who should be managing him or what promotional company he should be fighting under or who he should be fighting. I just gave you, if he stays, if he decides to campaign at 40, we know it's up there. It's a bunch of shit talking. Oh man, we know it's up there at 40, so we don't even have to explain it. And what'll happen if he comes back and he gets that opportunity? Um, so I just want to sit back and see what happens. Smash that like button, y'all. I can't see how many likes I got, man. Y'all want to tell me how many likes I got? Somebody want to write it in? Don't be shy, y'all. Y'all can write now. Ain't no point in y'all just peeking and watching. Y'all don't think I don't see you peeking and watching. Tell me how much what the likes is looking like, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. So we'll see how it go. We'll see what happens as the time go on. We see all the other fights that's coming up, which is crazy. The new year already for January 31st. I'm hoping that nothing doesn't happen with that and that don't go away. Because sometimes we get ahead of ourselves bringing up stuff and then we turn around, it's not happening, then we got to find ourselves apologizing for it. And I don't want to be in no apologizing position. You know what I mean? Even though things happen, I got what, 15 minutes? Okay, 7:05. Okay, yeah. I got 10. Yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah, okay. 15 minutes. So anyway, that's what it is, though. I'm happy for Keyshawn. You know, we'll see what happens with him. This week, like I said, it's a major week this week, man. Even with my amateurs, shouts to my amateurs who's getting it in this week. Heavy hitters out in Long Island. All the amateurs that'll be out there this week. Um, Next week, I think it's some shows. Man, we got a busload of stuff coming up. For the week after, a lot of amateur shows. December 5th, Church Street Boxing Gym, downtown. That's December 5th. And then the very next day, December 6th, one of my favorite places to go, John's Gym, BX. So it's on. It's on. We got a strong, it was just named Strong Island Fight Night Series 10 going down January 17th, Stereo Garden in Long Island. One of the best amateur, I call it an amateur pay-per-view show because the show is just, it has so many talented kids on it. I've missed a couple and I'm pissed at myself, but I'm making my business January 17th. January 17th will be here before I know it, but I will make it my business to be in the building. Hopefully, I'll be going around doing a lot of media work that week. A matter of fact, I'm probably going to get my media work for that going early. So, yeah, you could expect a lot from me, though. With all these amateur shows, January 3rd, Philly. Shout out to Coach Mike, Liasia. January 3rd is going on, like I told you in Philly. It's a couple of things. My man, shout out to my man Lou out there in Morris Park, who he'll be fighting this week in Long Island in the Paramount Theater. Shout out to Morris Park. So there's a busload of things that's going on. This is why I find different things to get into because there's so much going on in boxing. Couple of more guests you guys gonna be seeing me bring up. So get ready for that. I got some people I'm probably gonna be reaching out to tonight. I'm gonna get a few people up, a few amateurs. So before this year ends, I'm ending this year with a bang. I got a lot of people that I wanna get up on. Pause. Let me take that back. That sound crazy. That sound crazy, right? Because some of y'all are hit me with the pause. Yo, cuz that sound wild crazy. Jesus, gotta watch what you say around here. So and that's what we need to be doing. Just continuing to build our channels, and when it comes to getting guests on there, just try to get as much guests and people that we can get on there, man, because we got to take advantage of this moment, man. These moments like this, when we are able to get guests to come up on our shows and come kick it with us, I think it's a beautiful thing, man, because they're taking the time for what they're doing to come and kick it with us because, they do have lives of their own. So that's something that we got to cherish and we got to love it. Josh. Yeah, so yeah, we got like I said, busload of stuff. Y'all just gotta sit back and just wait. You know what I mean? Just wait and see, man. I'm just enjoying myself with this boxing. That's all, man. No complaints, no headaches, no nothing. I found out about something that a fight about they was doing December 19th. Ask me how I feel about it. Don't even give a shit. Will I watch it? Nope. Why not? Because I don't care. And once again, y'all will get on these panels and y'all will make it a big. I don't have no room in my life for that. I'm focusing on fights that matter. Fights that I feel comfortable about covering. Because at the end of the day, I'm not looking to cover a fight so I can get credentials. Because if I'm not interested in something, I'm not covering it. I'm not going to cover something just to cover it so I can look at how many views I got for it. I'm not really doing that. Remember, I told you the word of the day was true. We got to stay true to who we are. So in order for me to make it, I got to stay true to who I am. Even if I'm saying crazy shit, it's just me staying true. So yeah, this week I'm gonna be looking to grab some guests, probably move around to a few gyms. So y'all could be expecting. Oh shit, I'm looking at the wrong time. Actually, I messed up, y'all. I don't have that. I said 14. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I gotta look at down here. I got 9 minutes. I was looking at the wrong thing. What was I? I might have not been. I was looking at the wrong time. Looking at the wrong time. All right. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. For y'all that's just coming in, welcome to the No Doug Zone podcast. If it's your first time, if not, then welcome back. We was on Jay Prince, managing Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn getting ready to get back in the mix of things. We don't have a date. We don't have really an opponent. I mean, he had somebody that he called out. I got dude's name. I think I'm gonna get him on my shit too. I gotta get him on my show. I think I'm gonna reach out to Homeboy, the one that he got into the physical altercation with. The one he got into a physical altercation with. I think I'm gonna have him on. We've heard him speak about it before, but maybe we'll get him on and we'll see what happens. Well, yeah, Michael. Maybe you don't, but I do. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not the same, but it's not the same. But I care about it because I'm in it. What I don't care about is bullshit like AJ versus Jake Paul. That's the type of shit I don't care about. Or when he was talking about fighting Tank, shit like that. Other than that, I care. It's watered down, but the thing is, if we let certain things bother us, then we get uninterested in boxing. I don't let shit bother me because I have no control of shit. There's a lot of fights, Michael, that I would love to see. A lot of fights. But what we've been getting, I've been okay with. And if I'm not okay with it, I won't watch it. That's just how I handle it, Michael. Everybody handles things different, but that's how I handle it. I don't let everything bother me because if I let everything bother me, I just wouldn't watch boxing, period. But that's also why I'm with the youth, the amateur boxing. That's another thing. I'd be like, you know what? Sometimes what goes on in this professional boxing just bugs me, so I'm gonna go be with the amateurs, the up and coming. I focus more on them. But you're right. Sometimes boxing could be a circus. But if we would have been taking care of boxing the way we supposed to in America years ago, boxing would never be what it is. Certain people would have never got opportunities to walk into boxing and do what you see them doing. But because we didn't do our part, look what happened. Now we see somebody coming else that's not from here doing what we should have been doing. Now we all want to participate. Now everybody want to come together for a kumbaya. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Excuse me, y'all. My damn eye. Yeah, it's the era of boxing. And it's not just boxing. It's these so-called these casuals that really make the sport worse than what it is. So I don't just blame it on the fighters, the managers, or the promoters. I start looking at some of these casuals and I'm like, bruh, y'all don't make it no better. I don't let a lot of stuff in boxing bother me, man. I really don't. I don't. I don't. Because there's a lot of shit I don't have to pay attention to. I don't wait for a story to drop so I could just go on my live for 4 hours to talk about it. Because I know I'm going to get views. There's a lot of shit out there in boxing that ain't worth talking about. Certain stories are not worth talking about. Yeah. So when people get fed up with boxing, it's because things are not going their way. If you start taking certain fights that people in their mind they got dream matchups that they want to see, then boxing is the greatest sport in the world. But as soon as somebody's not getting a fight that they want or a fight that they think should happen, then boxing's trash. I'm gonna be honest with you. What we've been getting and what we're about to get, like what we see this week on November 22nd, is beautiful. What we're about to see December 6th is beautiful. Lamar Roach, Pitbull Cruz, and then you have Stephen Fulton and Oshaki Foster on that card. Got no beef with it. Tiafimo Shakur Stevenson, January 31st, possibly Madison Square Garden. I got no beef with it. Keyshawn Davis possibly returning. I got no beef with it. And that name you just gave me, I know homeboy. I don't know him like personally, but me and him are Facebook friends, Josh. I think I'm gonna talk to him tonight. Well, I think I'm gonna DM him tonight if he answers and try to get something going. I'm gonna see if I can have him up. That's what keeps me a boxing fan. That's what keeps me going. Because a lot of this shit that go on in boxing, I promise y'all, man, I don't worry about it. I'm not having a heart attack over some shit I have no control over. We don't be having no control of nothing that goes on. And when stuff goes our way, we love it. And when it don't go our way, we upset. I don't understand y'all. If a guy don't get a knockout, he trash. If he don't get a stoppage, he trash. If he don't box the way you feel he should fight, then oh my God, he look horrible. I told y'all this. Boots had his fight. Y'all complained about that. Virgil Ortiz had his fight. Complained about that. Y'all some notorious complainers. That's y'all new shit. Notorious complainers. That's what y'all do. If you guys will pick and choose what you want to support in boxing, you'll be okay. Which means if there's a fight you don't agree with, nobody's asking you to turn on your TV. Go watch a movie. December 19th, I already told you what fight they making. You think I'm watching that? Absolutely not. I might catch a highlight on YouTube or something. I'm not watching it. Because how is this your first fight coming back and that's who you're fighting? This shit is one big ass circus. We know. But guess what? I'm not going to talk about it on my live, put it up as a thumbnail. I'm speaking for me. I'm not speaking for the rest of y'all. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do. I'm going to tell you, like Jose Benavidez said in an interview, that he spoke about how everybody else be doing this and doing that. But over here, we do things our way. And that's how it is over here with the No Doug Zone. I do things my way. I don't do what the other podcasters do. Yeah, well, I mean, it's easy for people, Tay-Tay, to have an opinion on something they've never been involved in. You got guys that never been into a gym. You might have walked in or walked past one, but they don't know what it felt like to get in there, lace your gloves up, get in there and spar. You're not going to do it. So it's easy for people to criticize something that they ain't never did. It's easy. They ain't never walked into a gym, ain't never threw no nothing. But like I said, I don't let stuff in boxing bother me. I pick and choose what it is that I'm with the youth. I'm with amateurs. I'm talking to them. While y'all worried about this, I'll be in the gym talking to the youth about how they feeling and they fights coming up. I don't care nothing about what these grown ass men in boxing that's established already, what they doing. Whatever decisions they make, they gotta live with that for the rest of their life. I don't trip about none of that shit, but I won't support it either. If I don't feel like it, I'm just gonna continue to enjoy boxing the way I've been enjoying it. And I told y'all from the beginning, I enjoy boxing a little different from what y'all do. Y'all enjoy it only when it's going your way. And the minute it's not going your way, you're having a fit. Like a 10-year-old kid in the supermarket that can't get what he wants. I ain't got time to be throwing temper tantrums for a sport that ain't put no money in my pocket. I'm not getting nothing that these fighters are making. I ain't part of their training camps. I don't know their mamas. I don't care about none of that. Some of the shit y'all worry about is ridiculous. Contracts, all this other stuff that y'all don't have nothing to do with. I keep telling y'all ain't managers. Y'all ain't promoters. Y'all ain't cut men. Y'all ain't holding no pads for nobody. But y'all keep doing what y'all do, man. Hey, what do I know? I'm just a podcaster, so I stay in my lane. Um, Tomorrow we'll be back with the morning chop-ups. We're gonna come back early, 7:30 tomorrow morning, because I have some moves to bust. So 7:30 tomorrow morning, morning chop-ups. We'll be back all this week to talk boxing. Jeff Spark, I see you, my brother. I'm gonna call you too, Jeff. Not tonight, but I'm gonna call you. So yeah, I'm about to get ready to get off this. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to it. Morning Chop Ups. There's no boxing talk on Morning Chop Ups. We just have real conversations. So make sure you guys are there. Don't bring no boxing to my chop up because we don't really get into that. Once in a while, we might bring it up if we're asking who's fighting this week, but we don't have to because we know who's fighting. So the chop ups, we're just gonna be talking about different things. So if you're interested, if you're going through something, if you're looking for a place to come to where it's not people cursing each other out, talking down to each other, and it's just a bunch of grown people having fun and joking around and roasting, but still having real conversations, come to the morning show. Come to the morning chop up tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure you get there. You know what I mean? 3 things that you guys need to remember to do. Protect your peace, space, and your surroundings. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go.